One city that is on the Atlantic coastline of Nigeria, known for its excellent viable trade routes, is the city of Lagos, a global city of repute, an industrial powerhouse, and undisputably the financial capital of Nigeria. This is a city worth talking about on the City of Lagos TV show. Let's know more about this great city. Come along. Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu had several official engagements to move the state forward. Let's now keep you on speed. The latest developments from the governor's office. The Lagos State Governor was a special guest at the 8th edition of the EU-Nigeria Business Summit with the theme Nigeria and the New Economy. Describing Lagos as a strategic national asset, the governor used the occasion to reel out a 30-year long-term development agenda of the state to improve trade, business and commerce with African and European business partners in Lagos.
We need to be a lot more pragmatic and be committed to whole issues of economic and social resilience through improved partnerships, real engagement, diversification, especially in areas where we have mutual comparative and competitive advantages. On our part as Lagos, we'll continue to view ourselves as a strategic national asset. In light of this, Lagos State is committing our 30-year 2052 development agenda. But just to give you a peep into it, one of the primary focuses, we're looking at increasing formal retail trade to over 60% of total trade as per our peers with other African nations, and to establish the largest West African wholesale hub. That's in Lagos. Secondly, we're leveraging the Nigerian market to make it a demand base to become the export hub for fast-moving consumer goods and export into West Africa. We already host the headquarters of about 75 to 80% of Nigerian top food and beverage companies in Lagos, and rank as the highest food stock market in Africa, given our ability to achieve this goal. So we want to improve and enhance, the trade, between ourselves and other West African countries in an organic manner in the next 25 to 30 years.
The Lagos State Governor expressed his satisfaction over the excellent performance of teachers in Lagos at the 2021 Lagos State Teachers Merit Award. He encouraged them to do all within their powers to sustain quality and continue to display high sense of professionalism.
Today has just been a truly, truly delightful day, for me personally and for all of us in Lagos State. We're here again to celebrate our excellent and our hardworking teachers as this auspicious occasion of the grand finale of the year 2021 Teachers Merit Award. This initiative is in line with our commitment to use education as an instrument to change our world and to influence the teaching profession. Hence, through education, which represents the third pillar of our administration's team's agenda, we have developed a template towards rewarding selflessness, dedication, and diligence amongst our teachers in the state. It's a very good way to motivate and to encourage excellence in our teachers.
The Executive Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, was at the Lagos State International Water Conference in Lagos. He enumerated the various policy initiatives and pragmatic steps taken by the government under the Water Provision and Management Master Plan.
In Lagos State, we are committed to saving and protecting our water resources, as well as making clean water accessible and affordable for Lagosians. We're doing this by ensuring the following: that will provide relevant policies, a legal and regulatory framework, and an institutional one that strengthen our practices and our procedures in the water sector. We believe that water tariffs are cost-reflective with appropriate low-income household strategies. We also feel that environmental concerns are addressed to minimize pollution of our water resources through effective regulation of industrial discharge, reform of environmentally harmful agricultural practices, wastewater management, etc. We're also looking at information dissemination and promotion of water-saving practices and technologies by water users that are always enhanced. We're using our funding for investment in critical wash infrastructure, and I want to assure you that that is ongoing. And also, wash sector governance is improved through coordinated stakeholder engagement and cooperation.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu expressed his satisfaction with the efforts and initiatives of Senator Abiru representing Lagos East Senatorial District, Ekpe, at the Doing Good Empowerment and Commissioning of Office of SDG in Ekpe. He urged the senator to sustain the development drive.
Over the last 18 months, Senator Abiru has dutifully delivered on the dividends of democracy in several areas and in multiple facets, not just in the primary mandate of lawmaking, but also in terms of life-changing empowerment and endowment program. He has sponsored several bills, he has given bursaries to a lot of indigent students, and he has delivered and helped to create an empowerment for our people. We're here today, and we have seen the commissioning, first, with the support of the Office of the Special Assistant to Mr. President on Sustainable Development Goals. My sister and my friend, Her Excellency, Mrs. Orilope Ade-Fulire, who herself is a distinguished daughter of Lagos. She has supported Senator Abiru to deliver on this landmark project, the redevelopment of Oluwo Fish Market, comprising of 339 shops, and the mini stadium complex that we are here, that has football pitch, volleyball pitch, long tennis courts, and a host of others. One other is a lifestyle, sport and recreational facility, which will translate and transform the health benefits and improve the livelihood of our citizens.
In another development, in fulfillment of his administration's objective to provide affordable housing across the state to Lagosians, the Lagos State Governor recently commissioned and handed over the Greater Lagos LBIC apartment.
The commissioning and handing over of this project are testament to our commitments towards providing affordable housing to the good people of Lagos State. Given the significance of shelter as a basic human need, this administration has been determined from day one to decisively tackle the housing challenges faced by the residents of our state. For us, this is not only about the affordability of the housing, it's not only about the availability, but it's also about the affordability. We're concerned about ensuring that not only are the houses reasonably priced, but that they are also creative in financing mechanism that gives people the capacity and the convenience to pay based on their future earning and incomes. And so it is our quest to provide decent yet affordable accommodation to the people of the state. We have in close partnership with the private sector. Today, in just about 3 years, we've handed over almost 4,000 housing units across the state.
And finally, from the governor's office, the Lagos State government also scored another milestone in the ongoing intervention in the educational sector with the commissioning of a modular classroom block at Vetland Junior Grammar School, Agege, by Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu.
And I'm certainly delighted to be here with you at the commissioning of this first in class, first in the country, first in the state, a modular, interactive classroom block at the great Vetland Junior International School, Agege, yet another milestone intervention in our ongoing transformation of the educational sector in Lagos State. We did promise. Here we're keeping that promise, which is why we're here today to hand over the Vetland Junior Grammar School. Our goal as a government is to build schools of the future, public schools that are driven by cutting-edge technology and that can compete favorably with the best public and private schools anywhere in the world.
And that's the picture from the governor's office. The City of Lagos TV show. We'll be right back. You're still watching the City of Lagos TV show, and you're welcome to the Lagos Agencies in Focus segment on the show, where we take a look at the strategic relevance of certain agencies in Lagos and looking at their efforts and initiatives. And of course, it is very clear that Lagos is a cosmopolitan city with a huge population. And of course, there is a need for a sound environmental management program and projects to develop a sustainable environmental situation for the populace. And one of the agencies actually responsible for this is the Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency. It's my pleasure to welcome the general manager of this very strategic agency, talking about Dr. Dolapo Fashewe. You're welcome, madam.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. It's very obvious you have quite a number of innovative initiatives. But first, let's look at the Eco for Clean Air, Cash for Trash, and of course, the Someone Switch to Gas initiative. Can you encapsulate these three very innovative projects, and what are your intentions, really?
Thank you very much. This is Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency. And really, what we'll focus on is the three P's: the people, the planet, profitability, and I'm adding another S, sustainability. Whatever we're doing, is it good for the people? Is it good for the planet in terms of global warming, climate change, pollution, degradation, and is it profitable? Because we can't spend $1 billion saying we want to clean Atlantic Ocean when people are hungry. So all those three P's must be met before we proceed. So I'll start with Eco for Clean Air. A lot of people are ignorant of the fact that air pollution causes death. The health impact of air pollution is not known. The knowledge is, maybe doctors, because I'm a medical doctor, I know, but for most people out there, they're ignorant. A study done by World Bank in 2020 in this Lagos showed that 65% of deaths were premature, and it was due to air pollution. And out of those 65, almost 70 were children below the age of 5. And it goes without saying that you strap your child on the back, you are frying akara. Strap your child on the back, you are selling things. There's something called particulate matter in the air. Our lungs can only filter oxygen. This is made for oxygen, clean air. When there's air pollution, then we're troubling the lungs. Eco for Clean Air, in that case, considered the people. Now the planet itself. When we look at the issues of global warming and climate change, it comes back to affect us. It comes back to haunt us. Global warming, you would see at some times we have incredibly hot temperatures at a different, like in dry season, all of a sudden it's raining, or in rainy season it is so hot, flash floods. When all of that starts to happen, the planet is complaining. When we throw plastics into the drainages and our drainage channels are blocked and it goes back into the water, it will come back to us. That's for the planet. And in terms of air, air is life, not only for human beings, also for life underwater. There's a particular sustainable development goal, I think it's 17, that focuses on life underwater. So Eco for Clean Air is touching on all of that. And talking about profitability, reducing or stopping the burning of fossil fuel, cooking with firewood, burning your waste. It is illegal in Lagos State to burn your waste. There's a fine for it, imprisonment time for it. So how do we now start to let people know all these big things I've spoken about? Advocacy, advocacy, advocacy. Education, education, education. Information, information, information. But the most important part, I'll say it 4 times: communication, 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 and communication. I realize that mostly in government, we talk at people. We don't get feedback. So with Eco for Clean Air, we want feedback. Right now, we're doing a study on knowledge, attitude, and practices of a certain area of Etiosa. in collaboration with a donor to the agency, IHS Towers. What we are finding out is it calls for intervention. Eco for Clean Air is about educating people, finding problems, and mitigating. However, as an environmental protection agency, my desire is that we focus more on prevention of air pollution. We also have enforcement, and we fight with people who pollute the air. Smoking vehicles, generators, whatever you are doing in your industry, your trade effluents must not pollute the air. So that's what Eco for Clean Air is all about. And in creating awareness, we realize that people like incentives. So at some point in the course of Eco for Clean Air project, thanks to our sponsors IHS, we will be giving out gas cylinders with burners filled with gas free of charge in exchange for burning of fossil fuels. And the profitability part comes into play. The woman who has to first gather wood, make sure it's not raining, fan it and all, starts to realize that cooking with gas, my turnover is higher, I'm stressing less, my output is less, then it becomes profitable. Is it sustainable? Yes. When we give you the gas and the burner, all you need to do is refill your gas. It would interest you to know that wood is very expensive. There's a waste management agency. There's the Ministry of Environment, who also have, we all have one goal: to keep and sustain the environment. But what LASEPA is doing is called Thrash for Cash. We want people to start understanding that there's nothing called waste. Somebody's waste is somebody's raw material. I was at a factory in Denmark where they actually use urine to manufacture beer. And when you think about it, it may seem disgusting. And on the other side, fecal waste is very good for fertilizer, improving your soil quality. Things that are valuable, you don't see them littering the space. Why do we see plastic bottles all the time littering our shores? Eko is a coastal city. So whenever there's rain, the water brings out all the assaults and pollutions and leave it. Just walk across the shores from Eko Atlantic all the way to Oniru, Aja. Anytime it rains, there's a plastic trail all over. That's for sight. The ones we don't see, it blocks our drainages. And plastic is not degradable. So we decided, what do we do with this menace of plastic pollution? Because we don't see cans littering the streets. We don't see steel littering the streets. If you throw this chair out, in 10 minutes, somebody will pick it up because it's waste to me, but it's cash to somebody else. So the idea of Thrash for Cash came up. And what we have simply done is we have put a premium on the price of plastics with taxpayers' money, donations and grants and funding. With a premium, people would pick. With our pilots that we had in Obalende, in 2 hours, the whole of Obalende was free of plastics. We were giving them their money right there and then. You would ask me, that is the Cash for Trash sustainable? Yes. In spite of the fact that I'm putting a premium to attract people to bring their bottles, go and pick on the streets, it's done everywhere in the world just to sensitize people. When they know that this thing really can earn me money, they start to keep it. And the plan is to take recyclers to those communities. More and more people coming up every day recycling plastic. So this Cash for Trash is a joint initiative, and we are mapping out areas where it will be expedient to have recyclers based there. For example, markets, food courts, around where there are many restaurants, let us have recyclers. So they're not clustered in one place. And the end point of Cash for Trash is we will mop up the current plastics on the streets of Lagos. And the sustainability plan is people will continue to scavenge for plastic for cash for trash.
Can you share some of these challenges you're facing and what efforts are you making to try to mitigate them?
Change is difficult, but I will take us on a journey back onto history. At a time in this country, nobody obeyed. We didn't even have traffic lights. Talk less of obeying traffic lights. And when they brought traffic lights, people were not obeying. At a time in this country, nobody wore seat belts. There was a lot of education, advocacy, and enforcement. FRSC meant business. And now it's almost automatic when you enter your car, you wear your seat belt. So we've met a lot of resistance along the way. But with time, people start to understand that it is for their own good. The challenges I've had is that, for example, we caught someone selling a white tortoise, which is almost an extinct species. In developed countries, if you catch that kind of thing, you have to throw it back into the water. People are not aware that is on ecology and conservation. Even on global warming and climate change, people think it is so futuristic or is a white man's business. No, it's not. We're suffering from it. When there are flash floods and they say canals and some people were swept away and children are dying and all. Those are effects of climate change. So when we educate, that resistance starts to dwindle. But yes, we have faced a lot of challenges, but it is due to lack of awareness. Lagos is much better than many cities in Nigeria. You would not see human remains or animal remains on the streets of Lagos as it used to be in the past. Lagos is doing its best, and this current administration, if you look at the themes agenda, the governor actually picked out environment as an important part of the pillar. He put health and environment together. Without a good environment, there's no good health. And that to me shows political will and a vision and a mission. So yes, Lagos is doing well in terms of keeping the environment protected.
Lagosians will also really like to know what has been the level of support from the governor's office to this agency, and possibly also share with us which of the critical agencies, partners, international organizations that are also helping you to achieve your mandate.
Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State, deserves an award for paying extra attention to environmental matters. The former president of the United States, Mr. Donald Trump, did not believe in global warming and climate change, and he pulled himself out of many conventions and many treaties that were signed for the world to come together to fight global warming and climate change. And a lot of people voted against that action. Mr. Sanwo-Olu is someone who is very proactive. His campaign is based on ideologies like, yes, the environment must be sustainable. In fact, he recently inaugurated a circular economy roundtable for us to push further on this waste to wealth matter, for us to find bankable projects. There's even an innovation hub in the Ministry of Science and Technology where people can just come in and say, we have this idea. How can you support us? In anything that keeps the environment going, is in on it. And in the private sector, we have had many people show willingness, support, not by financially empowering us, but by obeying the laws. by ensuring that they're not polluting in the course of their manufacturing. I would like to mention Promasidor. Promasidor has completely closed loop when it comes to pollution and circular economy. All the water that comes out from their system, they treat it, take it back into the system to the level where the water is potable. For the ones that are not potable, they use in the sewer system. They use to irrigate their flowers, wash things. So I commend Promasidor.
Let's look at research and data gathering. For an agency of this nature, you need to work with data. And you, of course, need to also do a lot of research. Can you tell us what is the effort the agency is doing in this regard? That is one. Secondly, human capacity building for your workforce.
Research and development is very important to us. Important enough for us to have a department with people constantly researching and gathering data towards publication. We have a data bank. And in terms of our staff and capacity building, we have gone as far as going international. And it would interest you to know that other states sent the environmental team to understudy LACEPA. As a matter of fact, American Embassy, the Consular General, has been here, and they actually gave us a fellow from the United States of America, Professor Jimmy, to work with us on air quality. The partnership is for a year, and the fellow is supporting us in capacity building and showing us best practices.
What's your word of assurance and an encouragement to Lagosians and all stakeholders in the environmental chain in the city of Lagos for a safe and secured environmental friendly city?
I can only assure Lagosians that if you play your parts and you take this message serious, change your mindset about how you view the environment, then my assurance to you is that we will be living a sustainable Mother Earth for our generations that are coming and generations yet unborn. But it is a collective responsibility. It is not just government alone.
General Manager LACEPA, having spoken to us on the state of environment, also looking at the major, very critical, innovative initiatives of this agency. And of course, the General Manager has also spoken about efforts of the Lagos State Governor in trying to ensure that this agency is able to achieve its set objectives. I want to thank you, madam, for coming.
Thank you very much.
So that's it on the City of Lagos TV show. The show continues in a moment. Stay tuned.
Number one, we have enough. Let's not overstretch this issue. It is like when you have 10 people, and those 10 people, they are working diligently, they are working as if someone is monitoring them. Well, job delivered. But in a situation where you don't give their benefit, their right at the right time, there is what they call alternative source. They will look for alternative. So the question is not that are they not enough? Are they enough? They are enough. The question is, are you equipping them? Do you give them what will make them to perform? Always do that. They are human beings. You can imagine someone, a number that has AK-47, AK-50, and they have a double barrel. Does it equate? Someone that you owed their salary for 3 months, for 4 months, of course, police cannot go on strike like every other sectors. But let us do the right thing at the right time, and you will see them performing.
If we were to calculate the number of police we have in the state, sometimes ago, they said they want to withdraw the policemen guiding the high-class people. Till today, it is not done. The so-called VIP who keep some squadron in their private house, how many number of the police do we have in the town to secure every individual? That is the problem, and that is the challenge. Today, you call policeman in their number, they will be asking you how many armed robbers is there, what type of gun do they have, who am I to stand to check what type of gun the armed robber is holding before their arrival. We have police trust fund with their vehicle. They were trying as a human being, as an organization. Yeah, you call police to come for a situation. They are the best hand. They are not enough.
The level of insecurity is beyond just mere talks. Something has to be done. Not only in Lagos, but Nigeria at large. Our government have to do something about it.
To me, they are enough. Do you know why I say they are enough? See, Nigerians are good people. The only problem we have is to have a good leader. I could give kudos to the several CP that have been to Lagos, even down to the present CP. I'm sure they are good. But come to the junior staff, the junior rank, that is where the issue is. Because everybody, you know, today, I want to drive the best car, use the best phone, but how much is your salary? It's not about recruiting 100 people. Because they're seeing it as a business these days. Of course, we have enough police. If they should do the right thing, there's no much problem.
It's not a matter of whether they are enough or not. You know, Lagos is huge. And of course, the population also. So what Lagos needs, I think what they need is grassroots policing. So I think the government should liaise with the local government, come out with a vigilante initiative. Generally in Nigeria, the police is not enough. So we cannot, because of Lagos is huge, we now deprive other states. The police are supposed to be there generally. They should recruit more, they should. If they can't recruit, fine. But you know, people have been clamoring for state police, which is also good, you know. But if they can recruit more, but we don't have enough in Nigeria generally, not even only in Lagos.
My oh my! I feel so excited to be here again on Entertainment Lagos this moment. Trust me, good times are here again on the City of Lagos TV show. I'm your host, Joy Lady. Let's roll first with Entertainment Gist.
First on Entertainment Gist. Nigerian music star Davido recently shocked a fan by gifting her his sneakers and a whopping sum of 2 million naira during one of his performances at a recent show. BET-nominated Afrobeat star Fireboy has announced the release date for his next single, Bandana. The song is set to be released on July 15, 2022. One of Nigeria's most talented artists, Tito the Fire, has just received a global endorsement as a voting member of the class of 2022 for the Grammys Voting Academy. Congrats, bro! Finally, on Entertainment Gist, veteran filmmaker Zeb Ejiro, who is popular as Movie Sheikh, is to receive a Long-Term Achievement Award at the 2022 edition of Nollywood Film Festival Germany and Nollywood Europe Golden Awards, which is slated to hold at Frankfurt am Germany on July 29th and 31st, 2022.
And it's a wrap on Entertainment Gist. Let's now bring to you our Gospel Artist of the Week. Wow! It's time to be blessed.
Lord, I bring my praise to you, celebrating your love. Your grace is all over me. Thank you, Lord. Hello, Lagosians. My name is Bukumi Afolayo, your Gospel Artist of the Week on Entertainment Lagos on the City of Lagos TV show. It's Hallelujah! Time with me. I will be right back. Woo! Lagosians, I'm back. It's good to be with you here. It's time to know more about this gospel artist. My name is Bukumi Afolayo. I am from Abeokuta in Ogun State. I've been singing since I was 13. I started singing in the church choir, and up to now, God has kept me standing in the gospel music. My mentors are Sister Winners, Amber Bullock, and in Nigeria, Mercy Chinwo and Shola Alison. I do gospel strictly. Gospel music is why I'm here on earth. That is my purpose, because my vision is bringing down the reality of the heavenly on earth through inspirational worship and praise of the Most High. So far, God has been wonderful in this musical career. He has been so faithful to me. Like 4 years ago, I launched an album into the industry, an album of 8 tracks, and then presently I have a single that is blessing lives presently. It's been full of ups and downs, but God has been keeping me strong because it's my strength. Praise God. Lagosians, let me treat you to one of my hit songs. It is titled Mo Wariri, meaning I tremble. Psalm 114, the scripture says, "Tremble, O earth, at the presence of the Most High, at the presence of the God of Jacob. Listen and be blessed."
I could see that fled, Jordan driven back, mountains keep like rams, and little hills like lambs. I tremble at your presence. Allah
Lagosians, I'm sure, and I'm pretty sure that you love the song Mo Wariri, I Tremble. So you can download my songs on Spotify, Boomplay, Audiomack. You can follow me on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. My Facebook handle is Bukumi Afolayan. On YouTube is Bukumi Afolayan, and on Instagram is Bukumi_Afolayan. God bless you as you download my songs and as you listen to them. Remain blessed. Well, it's time to go. Ẹ̀yin tèmi lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, ẹ̀yin tèmi ní DNA. I'm about going. Sure, you were richly blessed. As I leave, this is my parting song for you. The song is titled My Strength. Whatever you're going through, whatever you've been through, know that God is not leaving you alone. He is your strength, my strength, our strength. Be blessed as you listen. In Jesus' name.
Was overwhelmed, you led me to a rock that is higher than me. When my heart was overwhelmed, you led me to a rock that that is higher than me. Where I found rest, peace of mind, and refuge for my soul. Where I found rest, peace of mind, and refuge for my soul. Oh Lord, you are my strength. Oh Lord, you are my strength. When I was sleeping up, you held me. On my way falling down, you caught me. Oh Lord, you are my strength. Oh Lord, you are my strength. When the pathway became slippery and my feet began to sleep, so much obstacles on the way, stumbling blocks all over. When the pathway became slippery and my feet began to sleep, so much obstacles on the way, stumbling blocks all over. You are my strength. Oh Lord, you are my strength. When I'm left so discouraged, oh Lord, you are my strength. Drowning in the ocean of rejection, no strength to carry me further, and I feel like giving up. You are my strength. Oh Lord, you are my strength. Oh Lord, you are my strength. Oh Lord, you are my strength. When I was sleeping up, you held me. On my way falling down, you caught me. Oh Lord, you are my strength. Oh Lord, you are my strength.
Lagos is the center of entertainment at its best. So, catch the trees and thrills on Entertainment Lagos next week. Until then, catch ya!
Lagos is like a fast-moving train heading to become a greater city of choice. Come on board. Let's ride. See you next week.